he says, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Is there anybody here willing to trust in the Lord? Who better to trust than a man that would lay down his life for his friend? Who better to trust than a man that would take himself to Calvary and die on an old cross? I wonder, is there anybody here that's in it to win it? Let me tell you a story, and I'm going to move on out your way. That was a young boy, about 16 years old, in high school. Daddy dropped him off that morning. Said, son, I want you to wait on me after school, and I'm gone. Said, I want you to wait on me after school. I'm coming to pick you up. He said, okay, Daddy, I'll be waiting. Well, after school, the young man came outside the front door. And he waited out on the sidewalk for his daddy. Do I have a witness here? The young man came out on the sidewalk and waited after school, like his daddy told him to. Do I have a witness? We got to learn to be obedient if we're going to win the prize in the end. Do I have a witness here? As the young man waited, his friends came by, sat with him and talked with him for a little while, and asked him, do you need a ride? He said, no, I'm waiting on my daddy. He said, okay, I'll see you later. Waited a little while longer. Some pretty young ladies came by, sat and flirted with him for a little while, and asked him, do you need a ride to the house? He said, no, I'm okay. I'm waiting on my daddy. Good God Almighty. A little while later, the principal came out to school. He said, young man, what are you waiting on? He said, I'm waiting on my daddy. He said, is everything okay? The young man said, yes, sir, everything is fine. But my daddy told me to wait on him after school. I wish I had a witness here. But a little while later, it began to rain on the young man. Didn't have an awning on the school. Good God Almighty. And as it began to rain, the young man's friends came back by and said, boy, do you want to ride? It's raining out here. He said, no, I'm fine. I'm waiting on my dad. Good God Almighty. A little while later, the young ladies came back by and said, boy, we'll take you home. Quit being so doggone shy. Do you need a ride? He said, no, I'm waiting on my daddy. Good God Almighty. The principal was still sitting in his car, pulling his car around to the young man. He said, I'll take you home to the house. He said, no, I'm waiting on my daddy. About 30 minutes later, Daddy pulled around the corner, and the boy jumped up and started waving at Daddy. And he jumped in the car and said, son, I can't believe you waited on me in all this rain, storming outside. I can't believe you waited. The young man looked at his daddy and said, Daddy, you told me you was coming, and I believed you was coming. So I waited on you to come. The young man looked at his daddy and said, Daddy, you told me you was coming to get me. So I didn't mind waiting in the storm. I didn't mind waiting in the rain. He said, Daddy, I knew you told me you was coming to get me. We got to learn to be obedient. Is there anybody here willing to wait on Jesus? Is there anybody here willing to wait on him in the storm? Is there anybody here willing to wait on Jesus? Don't your friends talk about you. Don't people talk about you. You ain't getting nothing wrong. Anybody here willing to wait on Jesus? Willing to go through the storm? Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm in it to win it. Say, I'm in it to win it. I wish I had a witness here. Say, neighbor, come with me. I'm in it to win it. I'm waiting on Jesus. Why am I in it to win it, Colin? Because a long time ago, I don't care what Jesus died for your sins and mine. Oh, yes, he did. He died. Sit to the night house. He died, I tell you. Bible says blood and water ran down the streets of Jerusalem. Called the earthquake. Still died. The Lord sweet and mine. The temple was great. The top two bottoms. Tell me the story. Tell me the story. Sunday morning. Sunday morning. I get running in my feet. I get clapping in my hand. I get the feeling all right. Sunday morning, before the news bell, before the cock crow, before your alarm clock, and it's just enough to try to wake you up. Jesus got up with all power in his hand. I wish I had a witness that he's sick in your life. I wish I had a witness that he's delivered in your life. I wish I had a witness that he's Jesus for your life. Jesus got up with all power in the palm of his hand. I can see him looking at the old man, shaking off them gray clothes. Get off them gray clothes. Hey, man to victory. I got all power in my hand. I'm telling y'all, and I'm glad Jesus got power. He got power to wake me up in the morning. He got power to put food on my table. He got power to put clothes on my head. And one day, I'm going with Jesus. One day, Jesus is coming to take me unto himself. If you know he's alright, look at your neighbor, shake your neighbor's hand, tell him I know he's alright. He's been good to me, he's been good to me. Oh, say your neighbor, I know he's alright.
God specializes. The struggle you're in right now, your breakthrough is on the way.